Welcome to Donmar TV News Channel, mga nagbabagang balita sa buwan ng Setyembre.
.ph, did President Duterte break his promise to the family of Jennifer Laude that U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Joseph Scott Pemberton will stay in jail for as long as he is in power?
Well, alam niyo po, unlike yung iba kong kliyente, for instance, yung mga kliyente ng Maguindanao Massacre, hindi po na-meet ni Mrs. Laude ang ating presidente. Ang alam ko po, walang ganyang promise ang presidente. Ang pangako po ni presidente, bibigyan ng katarungan ng pagkamatay ni Jennifer Laude at nakulong naman po si Pemberton ng halos 6 na taon.
Yes, according to Mrs. Julita Laude, the president even gave them financial aid as he was apparently happy that they pursued the case against Pemberton.
I can confirm only because Mrs. Laude already said na nakatanggap sila ng financial aid. Pero pagkabilin-bilin po ni Presidente, hindi ko pinangangalandakan kung sino ang tinutulungan ko. No? But since nanggaling naman po yan kay Mrs. Laude, I can confirm the President gave them financial aid 3 times. Pero yung halaga, bahala na po ang wag na nating isa publiko dahil ayaw ngang ilabas sana ni Presidente yung tulong niya sa Laude family. Pero ang tulong po niya ay tulong naman po sa lahat ng nangangailangan. No? At gaya ng aking sinabi, nakulong po ng halos 6 na taon naman po itong si Pemberton.
Can the palace daw po say that the country remains a safe space for the LGBTQ+ community despite the president's decision?
Naparusahan po si Pemberton at bagamat nakaalis na po siya ng bansa, hindi po siya umalis na bilang isang desirable alien. In fact, sapilitan natin siyang itinapon sa ating bayan. Yan po yung ibig sabihin ng deportation. Sapilitan po yan. Hindi po siya voluntarily lumayas. Pinalayas po natin siya as an undesirable alien dahil siya po ay convicted killer. Ang binura lang po ng presidente yung balanse ng kanyang pagkakakulong kung meron pa. Pero hindi po nabura yung katotohanan na convicted killer po si Pemberton. Kahit saan po siya makarating sa mundong ito, meron pa rin bansag sa kanya, convicted killer Pemberton. Yes, punta naman tayo kay Trish Terada, CNN Philippines.
Secretary, good afternoon po. Sir, my first questions are for you. Kasi today po yung deadline ng report ng Task Force PhilHealth. Will Malacanang, kung halimbawa po ma-receive nyo na, will Malacanang release it to the public? And will the President have or still need to amend it or revise it prior to the actual filing of charges?
I will have to confer with the President if he wants it publicized. Pero alam nyo, independent of having it publicized, may mga kaso naman talagang isasampa eh. So I think the filing of the cases is the information na relevant to the public already. Dahil ang rekomendasyon naman po ay sampahan ng ilang mga personalidad.
But will the President, sir, amend it or revise pa yung charges before the actual filing, or will he just be reading or reviewing the report from Task Force PhilHealth?
Of course, only the President can answer that question, but I doubt it kasi binigyan niya nga po ng kapangyarihan na maging fact-finding yung task force na binuo niya. No? And I think dahil siya naman ang bumuo dyan, he will accept the factual findings of his own task force. But of course, the final say will have to be the President's, and we cannot limit his options.
Secretary, si Senator Lacson po, sabi yung Intel Fund ni Pangulo ay, kumbaga, I'll quote it, too much. It's now more than at 4 billion pesos. Sir, ano po yung paliwanag ng Malacanang dito? And paano po nagamit yung Intel funds ng Pangulo noong nakaraan? And bakit po kailangan dagdagan ito ngayong taon?
Alam niyo po, kung sasabihin natin kung ano yung pinagagamitan ng Intel Fund, it will not be Intel Fund anymore. So I don't think I'm at liberty to actually discuss kung ano yung mga bagay-bagay na yan. No? Pero needless to say, although they are Intel Funds, meron pa rin pong proseso na dapat sundin sang-ayon na rin sa mga guidelines na ini-issue ng COA.
Sir, magkasama po ba doon yung COVID response? May nagamit po kaya doon sa Intel Funds?
Siyempre
general overview.
Ginagamitan po ng Presidente yan para tustusan yung mga pangangailangan na gastusan na hindi po nakaprovide din sa ating saligang batas.
Reaksyon din po sa sinabi ni Bagong Alyansa Makabayan Secretary General Renato Reyes na talo naman ang bansa sa paglaya ni Pemberton. Panahon na raw para suriin ang epekto ng kasunduan sa soberenya ng bansa at siguruhing hindi na mauulit ang mga krimen laban sa mga Pilipino.
Medyo huli sa balita siguro si Renato, pero tinerminate po ng Presidente yung VFA, bagamat pansamantalang pinospone po ang actual abrogation, no, for an initial period of 6 months. Yes, ang next one naman po ay si Joseph Morong, please.
Sir, good afternoon. Sir, dun lang po sa PhilHealth, no? Will the President in his address tackle the findings of the DOJ task force tonight? And yun muna, sir. First question.
Most likely, hindi po kasi hindi pa nasasubmit yung findings. So, kung makikita po niya yan, hindi ko po alam if it will be the first time he will see it. Hindi ko po sigurado kung mamayang gabi isasubmit ni Justice Secretary Maynard Guevara yung kanyang report.
Sir, remember the President in his address, I think last Monday, no? Sabi niya kung negligence lang naman yung kasalanan nitong si Secretary Duque, is that he can let it go. Given that statement, sir, does that not have an effect of absolving Secretary Duque ahead of the findings of the DOJ such that medyo nakatali na yung DOJ sa sinabi ni Presidente na if it's just plain negligence, then there's probably no case against Secretary Duque? And how can we still expect the DOJ task force to be objective in its investigation given the President's statements?
Hindi po, dahil inatasan naman pa ng Pangulo ang task force para nga mag-conduct ng fact-finding activity to recommend charges against individuals. So sa tingin ko naman po, rerespetuhin ni Presidente kung merong mang ebidensyang mahanap ang task force regardless of who is involved.
Alright, sir. Dun po sa Bayanihan 2, you mentioned, I'd like to focus on this, yun pong 13 billion na pondo for cash for work, and then also may ayuda for granular lockdown na mga cities. I've scanned through the copy of the Bayanihan 2, and just for soundbite purposes, 8,000 pesos, sir, per household yung ibibigay for those cities that are under granular lockdown. And can you give us a little more details on the 13 billion na available for cash for work? How is this going to work, and how are the people going to avail of this provision?
Magbibigay po tayo ng 5,000 to 8,000 pesos na ayuda dun sa mga mamamayan na mapapasaloob po ng granular lockdown na idideklara ng mga lokal na pamahalaan. At bukod pa po dito, yung balanse po ng 13 billion ay ibibigay po natin yan para sa mga nawalan ng trabaho, at yan po ay ibibigay po ng DOLE, at magbibigay din po tayo ng tulong dun sa mga nais na magkaroon ng training para magkaroon puli ng mga bagong trabaho.
Effectivity, sir, after publication, when can we avail of the money?
Well, as soon as it is published po, no, in newspapers and in the official gazette. Bagamat, ang sabi nga po ng ilang mga mambabatas, no, po pwede na sigurong ilabas yan ng DBM. Pero to be safe po, antayin po natin when it becomes effective pursuant to the ruling of Tañada versus Tovera. It has to be published.
All right, sir. Last question, sir. This is a little bit off tangent, no, but this is something to do with the live events industry. We're moving towards in some areas, MGCQ. We're opening up the economy for tourism. Now, is the live events industry in the radar screen of the IATF, of the government, as to when they can open? Because in the UK, you know, see, Andrew Lloyd Webber said to the government, give us the time, because the theater industry is at a point of no return, meaning if they don't open now, they might die. So in our country, if we ask that same question to you as IATF spokesperson, when can we allow theaters, live industry, our live industry to open, given the present circumstances? Sir?
Well, sakayin po sa guidelines ng IATF, ang mga areas under MGCQ, pwede na pong magkaroon ng live events. No? Kaya lang po, subject to 50% capacity.
All right, sir. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you, Joseph. Balik tayo kay Yusek Rocky.
Question from Jillian Cortez of Business World. Will the President extend Proclamation 929, which announced a national state of calamity in the country for 6 months due to COVID-19? This was issued last March 16 and it is almost September 16, which is exactly 6 months. The proclamation said the state of calamity status can be extended if the circumstances warrant. So will there be a new proclamation announcing the extension or no need?
Most likely po, dahil habang wala pong bakuna, habang walang gamot sa COVID, patuloy po ang epekto ng pandemya.